Just off the south coast of England lies the Isle of Wight, known as an idyllic destination for holiday makers and nature lovers alike. In the movie Jurassic Park, the islands of Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna bear a striking resemblance to what the Isle of Wight would have looked like millions of years into the past. The Isle of Wight is one of the richest dinosaur locations in Europe, with over 20 species of dinosaur having been recognised and many more yet still to be identified. Dinosaurs such as sauropods, thyreophora, ornithopods and theropods all made this place home over 100 million years ago. Today you can take a trip back in time by undertaking a fossil hunt. Rocks from the Cretaceous period can be found over most of the southern half of the island. These areas are where all the best dinosaur fossils can be found, from Compton to Blackgang, Luckham to Whitecliffe Bay, and Bembridge to Newtown. The island's dinosaurs come from the Wessex Formation, which dates back from between 125 and 110 million years ago. During this time, the Isle of Wight was located on a latitude at which North Africa resides today. The Isle of Wight had a subtropical environment and was part of a large river valley which ran along the south coast of England all the way to Belgium. Other remains that have been found from this time include crocodiles, turtles, mammals and possibly birds. Let's take a closer look at the main types of dinosaurs that made the Isle of Wight home. Iguanodon, meaning iguana tooth, named in 1825 by the English geologist Gideon Mantell, is a genus of the ornithopod dinosaur that roughly existed halfway between the mid-Jurassic and late Cretaceous period. Iguanodon were large, bulky herbivores. Distinctive features include large thumb spikes, possibly used for defence, combined with long fifth fingers, able to forage for food. Researchers know much about these animals' life, such as feeding, movement and social behaviour, due to numerous remains which have been found. Mantellisaurus is a genus of iguanodontian dinosaur that lived in the early Cretaceous period of Europe. The new genus Mantellisaurus was erected for the species by Gregory Poole in 2007. The species was more lightly built than Iguanodon. Due to the short length of its forelimbs and the shortness of its body, it is thought that it was primarily bipedal. Meaning wheeled lizard, it is a genus of bipedal iguanodont dinosaur found on the Isle of Wight, elsewhere in England, Spain and possibly Romania. It lived during the early Cretaceous period. Discovered in the 19th century, it wasn't until the 1970s that it was correctly identified and named. This dinosaur hails from the early Cretaceous period of England. The first remains were found in 1849. It was named in 1869. It was a small bipedal animal reaching 1.8 metres in length and weighed about 20 kilograms. It is thought that it had a sharp beak, just like modern day parrots. This animal takes its name from the ancient Greek, meaning many thorns or prickles. It was an armoured, spiked, plant-eating dinosaur from the early Cretaceous period in England. It was found on the Isle of Wight in 1865. It grew to about 5 metres long and was covered in armour and spikes. This was a member of the sauropod family. They had very long necks, long tails, small heads and 4 thick pillar-like legs. A huge numerous animal, remains have been found all across the world. Dating back into Jurassic period, this impressive animal has many different types and sizes ranging from 5.6 metres up to 36 metres in length. This dinosaur lived in the early Cretaceous period. The first skeleton was discovered in 1983 in Surrey, England. Its name means heavy claw. It is estimated to have been between 7.5 and 10 metres long and weighed between 1.2 and 1.7 tonnes. This dinosaur's name means dawn tyrant. It hails from the early Cretaceous period. It is estimated that it measured around 4.5 metres long and weighed between 200 and 500 pounds. It was discovered in 1995 on the Isle of Wight. With a name meaning new hunter, it was the main predator on the Isle of Wight. It lived in the early Cretaceous period. The first bones were discovered in 1978. It was about 7.6 metres in length and weighed approximately 1,000 to 2,000 kilograms. This dinosaur, found and named on the Isle of Wight, is known from a partial fossil skull. It is about 1 metre long and 1 metre tall. Its skull was found in 1930. Visiting the Isle of Wight today, it is hard to believe that it was once teeming with dinosaurs of every size and shape. Find out more about the island's dinosaurs. You can visit Dinosaur Isle Museum and even visit the beautiful coastline and partake in a fossil hunt. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, hit subscribe and give the video a like. Thanks very much.